I've always been a big fan of creating experiences for people. There's something about that that kind of excites my soul. I love events, and I love helping people plan things and developing a strategy to make that happen. I'm Brianna Snellgrove, and I'm the CEO and founder of Social Icon Agency. Events is one of those things that kind of came naturally for us, whether they were open houses, book signings, company launches, product launches, and it's something that we just really enjoy as a company. And it's hard to find that. I mean, they say that, you know, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life, and we really kind of preach that.
When we decided to have an open house for Vivid Bridge Studios, the thought, I wanted it to be epic, but the thought of planning epic was a little bit outside of my comfort zone, and I knew that I had to hire somebody else that was an expert in doing that.
Seeing all the events that Brianna and Social Icon were involved with, it was really inspiring. Actually, it was what made me think of having an open house event. And I didn't think twice when I thought about who to ask for help.
For that first initial meeting with a client, we try to establish a sense of security, a sense of whatever it is that you need done, we can take care of.
Before meeting with Bree, I had never thrown an open house before. I didn't even know the process for it. I thought it was like throwing a party.
My feeling after our first meeting with Social Icon to plan the open house for Long Hollow Creatives was relief.
Being able to outsource any of that to someone as capable as Bree and her team was a huge relief, just because not only were we planning the open house, not only were we remodeling a building and starting a new business, but we were also still running our own businesses on the side.
The planning process is developed from that initial conversation with the business owner. What is it that you need from us that's going to make your life easier, that's going to make this event stand out to you? Is there any sort of vision that they have for themselves of how they want their guests to feel about their business when they leave? What's the objective of actually having people come to your place of business or come to your conference, or see the product for the first time? What is the feeling that you want people to have? And so we build our process off of that first conversation.
I knew Bree and her team, they were on site all day, figuring out logistics, getting things set up, helping vendors get set up, making sure everybody knew where restrooms were, where kitchens were, where everyone could put their stuff. I didn't have any worries except for talking to people.
They made me feel like the event was all about the success of my company. And I think the way they showed that with their results and with the event itself, it's priceless, and it's worth the investment, and the return that you get on it, it's immediate.
The co-founders and I for Long Hollow Creatives had worked really hard, and we have a lot of passion and personal interest in our company. And so to have Social Icon come in and do what they did, I just felt extremely blessed with all that happened during our open house.
My goal is to make sure that your event puts a stamp in history. There's always a before and after that event. Everything kind of changes from the moment that it happens. If you're going to make a mark in business, an event is not just a party. It's not just something that you throw together to create buzz. It's kind of the epicenter, if you will, of the ripple effect of where you can go. And I think that a lot of your conversation happens around that moment. And so I think establishing something that is very reflective of your brand, reflective of your staff, reflective around your company voice and messaging. I think it's so important to build that event that kind of ricochets through business until you hit the next one.